I don't know, we got disconnected there. But I see people admiring you, your eyes, your smile, your lips. You may notice that people are really taking a liking to you and paying more attention to you. So let's get into your workplace. What's going on at work? It looks like some type of hard won or hard win is coming your way. You may feel like things are starting to fall into place for you. You could be on a karmic blessed cycle right now, Gemini, where you're getting blessed karmically, and everything is kind of starting to kind of fit right and fall into place just right, because I do see that you'll find that you're kind of like feeling good about your workplace. You get along with them, they get along with you. You could be starting something where it's the three of you that's going to embark on something new at the workplace. And you may feel like, finally, I really enjoy where I work. I really kind of have you have like some feel good moments with people, and you're kind of in the in circle, you're in the in crowd. You just really like the people that you're working with, and it could be like going back to the way things were. So if things were changed at the workplace, you'll feel like it's kind of back to the way that it was. It'll feel fun, but it'll also feel kind of like comfortable, yet very enjoyable at the workplace. So that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's really great. And this karmic, this is your karmic blessing. You may even I keep getting like, there may be 3 slots, or there may be an opportunity for 3 people, and you're one of those 3 people that get the opportunity at the workplace. That's going to the next level. That's kind of being pulled into a higher level in some sort there. So there's a sense of you feeling very satisfied at the workplace. Now let's look into Gemini single ladies. How are you coming up in love? Like you're ready to have a good time, great time. You may not even be looking for long term, but you're definitely feeling fiery, feeling fun and flirty. Again, very attractive. You're coming across very attractive. Someone who you may have bounced right back if you just had a baby. Like you bounced right back. Others of you may be really in a good, fresh, happy, successful place. Like everything is kind of falling into place for me, and I'm really in a great place. Gemini single ladies, coming up in your love life. Well, something just ended, or something is fine. Ooh, somebody passed away. Ooh, excuse me, Gemini ladies. Did somebody pass away? Ooh. Yuck. This is bad. I mean, excuse me. Talk about an end. So there was an end, like a real end. Hopefully nobody passes away. But I do see an end to a situation. A situation is over, done, finito, no more, as in done, as in no more, as in don't ever come back again type of thing. And I just see... How are you feeling about this? Ooh. You're feeling just fine about this right now. At least right now it seems like you're okay with it. Like you're just moving on and just not thinking about it, but just trying to get out there and feel good and have a good time, and almost kind of like using that as a way to kind of numb yourself. But by September time, September, October, November, December, could be September, October, November, December. These could be pretty difficult months for you, where you have, peaks and valleys. Not so completely rid of the person, because they will be circling back around. This person, whoever this person is, they're not done with you, so they'll be coming back to you just when you're trying to kind of keep the balls in the air and move on with your life, even though you're not so happy about the turn of events around this time that this starts to happen. But someone will be coming back in at that time, and I see you giving them a what for, and then needing to take a break. But this person's like a cockroach. They're not going to give up. They're not going to give up on you. You may have new love, old love, some, who are you again, love? Yeah, I see that. So you may be needing to kind of like, I guess, like, stroke your ego because if something is over, And instead of wallowing and stressing about it, you're going to kind of like go out and, I guess, make yourself feel good, that type of thing. Gemini single men in love, how you coming across? Like you want to have a good time. And what could be behind that secret door is marriage, long term, anything. Like, you know, you're up, you're open. Some of you have your eye on a fire sign woman. That's who you really still have feelings for, probably, but she's nothing to play. She's nothing to play with. She puts her foot down. She's nothing to play with. You may be really obsessed or tied to this woman. For some of you, and I'm talking about single Gemini men, but there could be someone here who either you're no longer with her, and it could have been that, could have been, or she's one of these people that you're going out with, but she doesn't know just how special she is to you. Okay, so Gemini single men, I see you kind of doing your own thing, really and truly, seriously. You may, out of the blue, become somebody's man, like out of the blue. Some of you may realize that you belong to a particular person, like you belong to that person. And you may have to come to that conclusion on your own. I definitely see travels and trips and kind of getting out there and making things happen. So you're going to be open for everything, and things would just start to fall in your lap. Like you'll just go out. Oh, I went to the store. You met this woman. Now you're going on a date. I just went here. Or someone invited me there, and now this is. It's like that type of thing. Like any and everything could be happening to you Gemini men, because you're just open and you're out there, and you're in a very magical time right now. So just about anything you're putting your mind to, you can make happen right about now. And it looks like you're up for it. You're having a good time. But on the sidebar, and it's like you're two sides to yourself. The one side of yourself is like, I'm single. I'm out here doing my thing. It's all good. But then the other side of Gemini is like, her, still love her, or that's the one I want. No. That's really the one I want. It's that thing. It's that type of thing going on with you. And I don't know who this person is. So she's coming across as a fire sign individual. So couples. Let's see what's coming up with couples. I'm trying to shuffle this deck, guys, but it is not the easiest thing, because it's kind of like the cards are very bendable at this point. But let's go. Okay. So some of you, there may have been a fight, a fallout, some type of an argument. This definitely may have a lot to do with third party. While someone was at home, someone else was out playing for some of you. So some of you could be in a place of trying to repair a relationship, trying to get back into someone's good graces, which isn't going to be an easy thing. I remember telling you, Geminis, that it was like a put up, shut up time where you're going to have to make a decision, or someone will make it for you. So you're kind of just waiting around and see what the next steps are going to be. For some of you, you may be waiting for proposal, waiting for them to propose to you, waiting to find out, am I pregnant, waiting, are we keeping this baby? There's some waiting around before a final decision is made. And there's also a wanting to heal the situation, and wanting it to be healed before a decision can be made, if that makes any sense. So someone is wanting to repair. Can you repair it? It's going to take a lot of work, but you can. Yeah, you can repair it, but it will take a lot of work, focus, determination. I don't know who this woman is, but if any of you are in a relationship, the couples I'm talking about, like you're married, you're in a serious, solid relationship, and this woman is interfering, then he needs to get a handle on her, okay? Because she's very demanding. I don't know who this person is, but she's extremely demanding, and she wants what she wants when she wants it. And that could be someone who could be wreaking havoc, but it could be very well the person in the relationship. I don't know. But it's kind of giving that. That's what I have for Geminis. Now let's look at Libra. Hey, Libra. Okay, so Libra. I know it definitely looks like you're kind of going through things. Everyone is right now. But it's saying don't cry because happiness awaits and it's amazing. So you have some good things on the side of these endings is what it looks like to me. You have a new chapter in your life, but this new chapter definitely could have come on the heels of a loss, several losses. You may be looking and saying, damn, I lost 3 people or 3 different situations you've had to kind of like reconcile with internally and let go and move on from. But there's a new chapter. And there's a situation, and this is the past that you've had to deal with this, right? You've also had to deal with kind of coming back around between you and another person because your bond is inseparable. So it's very hard to break from one another or from others. Others who try to break what the two of you have. Some of you are going through a proverbial death, like internally. You're going through a bit of a death. You may be feeling like, well, some of you, well, all of you whose a Libra and your birthday is coming up, you're approaching your new year. So it definitely is going to be a time of reflection when we get into Virgo season where you're letting the past go and moving on. And you do have South Node in your sun sign. So if you're not familiar with that, do go look that up so you can kind of be prepared of where the next year and a half is going to be taking you and how you're going to feel and why you're feeling that way and all the things. Because sometimes South Node on your sun is not fun. Sun, moon, whatever you have in your rising. I see that you're trying to understand some things. I do see that you've been trying to get some understanding. It's not been easy. It's been kind of difficult. You may feel like there's a lot. There's a lot to consider. There's a lot going on in your life. You may not have enough time to really sit back and reflect and try to understand, but you seem to want to, and you're giving it a go to try to do just that. And for some of you, you're trying to understand, like, where the hell is my money going? What should I do with my money? You're trying to understand what your next steps should be and what decisions you should be making. There's some regret and loss between, again, you and another person, somebody that you truly care about, someone that you truly love, and you may feel like now they're gone. Now I don't have that person. So there is a sense of loss. All I keep saying is loss around you and trying to kind of like make it make sense, but also accept it as you move on, and it all being not the easiest to do, but you have to do it nonetheless. It's that type of thing is what it looks like to me. And there's going to be unexpectedly, there could be a coming back around between you and another person. And it's good to have these conversations right now, Libra, if you're able and up for it, because you'll find out from people, they will also be divulging things to you. And I feel like it's good things. I feel like this is a good time for you to express how you feel and how a person makes you feel, good, bad, and indifferent, and vice versa. And this will come out of the blue. You'll have these talks that or these connections, or you'll sit and talk to people, but it'll be very cathartic because you'll be able to explain some things or address some things that perhaps there was an opportunity to do before, and vice versa. And this can be the most unlikeliest person that you find yourself kind of opening up to and having that conversation. That would make a lot of sense with Leo in your 11th house, right? And it's retrograde at that. Venus is retrograde in Leo, and we have the sun there. So it would make sense that you and another person will kind of like shed a lot of stuff and kind of get a lot of stuff up and out. But unfortunately in the future is going to be some type of fight, fallout, some drama. This could literally be a fight when this card comes out. It can go anywhere, actually. Any goddamn thing can happen when you get that card. So do be careful and try to watch your words, but also pay attention to what people are saying and doing. There may be someone who's very strategic in what they're doing to try to get distance between the two of you, because it's all about this detachment. Somebody may be playing these mind games and creating strife and a rift just so that they can get some time alone or disconnect from the situation instead of doing it as like an adult. They want to play the games, but a lot of people tend to do just that. So yeah, a kind of a read. Your read to me looks like a read where it's a lot of old stuff that's kicking up that you really can't you can't disconnect from, you can't run away from. I know you see all of my anyway. You can't disconnect from, you can't take a blind ear to it. You've got to kind of see it through and go through it, whatever this is. So now let's look at work life for Libras. Looking strong, but secretly you may feel like you don't know how much longer you can do this. For some of you, if you own a company, you may be looking where you can trim the fat somewhere down the line, especially around Scorpio season. You may be looking to let someone go, or some of you may be thinking about leaving around Scorpio season time, is what it looks like to me. Not so sure about this place, but again, you're buying your time, because for some of you, you have a plan, but it's just not here yet, and eventually you will leave. And others of you, you are possibly thinking about making some changes if you have a business of your own, and making some adjustments, is what it looks like to me. But you're not necessarily in a rush to do it, because again, you kind of anticipate some waiting along with whatever is going to be happening. There could also be some secret loves coming up for you. Speaking of love, Libra single ladies in love, how are you showing up? Like, you're ready to have a good time, enjoy yourself. There's definitely love that could be had, Libra, between you and another person. This could be someone from your past where the two of you are kind of like testing the waters and seeing where things are going, trying something, really giving to one another. It may be more felt than it is spoken, if that makes sense, between the two of you. It's coming up. Damn, everybody's getting these hardcore deaths, hardcore endings. Well, you know, you guys were just good about a week ago. Some of you may have gone out or spent some time with somebody or had a good time with someone, and now it's completely over, and you're prepared to give them a what for. This could have something to do with third party or someone gaslighting you and playing mind games. It also speaks to, for some of you, you may have cried your last cry. You may have drank your last glass of wine. You may have had your last hurrah of indulging to numb yourself. Now you're going to deal with the disappointment head on, the ending head on, and you're not going to run away from it or distract yourself with other things. So at least that's a good thing. But yeah. Couples. Libra couples is coming up for Libra couples. Well, I do see where there has been a little bit of drama, which may have left your person with a bad taste in their mouth. You may, again, something about you Libras could be overindulging, just doing a little too much, or you may feel like you're almost numb or blind to what's going on here. You may say, well, they always act like that. They always cut up. They always, that's how they want me to give them attention, by, playing hard to get or whatever. There definitely could be some fights, fallout, drama, like I said, which your person is still sitting in. They're not over it. I do feel like for some of you, though, either you're going to kind of focus more on you and less on this, because it doesn't serve you, and you're going to get more focused with work and your career and just making sure that you're kind of keeping the peace, or the two of you get to that place together where there's a sense of like, okay, we're letting that go and we're only going to focus on the betterment of our relationship. We're going to focus on the kids. We're going to maybe take a date night or go out on a trip and that sort of thing. So it's going to be more of a focus of coming together. And some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Leo. Could be any sign, as we know. But it speaks more to kind of evolving past wherever there was a drama, and really enjoying each other. Probably for this like last hurrah for the summer months, especially in this country, that sort of thing. That's what I have for Libras. Now let's look at Aquarius. Hey, Aquarius. Okay, so for some of you, there's going to be a business deal that goes right. So if you are thinking about starting business, getting a business off the ground, getting things going with business or focusing on business, you'll find that there's some things that works in your favor. Or you're in a very auspicious time. And of course, you being an Aquarius, we're in the middle of Leo season, which is your opposite sign with Venus in that planet, Venus in that house, Venus and the sun definitely could speak to things going in your favor from the past, especially. So there's been a lot of self-love in the past. For some of you Aquarius, my gloves is really anyway. there's there's definitely some self-love going on here. Some of you are really focusing on your self-love in the past and possibly doing some new, fresh, and fun things, right? All in the name of you kind of focusing more on your inner child and possibly what makes you feel good. Why? Because secretly you've been down. Some of you have been down. You're just so unsure about things. Some of you are just really unsure. You haven't told somebody everything. Some things you are keeping a secret from you. Some things you're keeping a secret from someone that is close to you, is special to you, and some of you just don't even know how you feel anymore when it comes to this person or this situation. And you've been needing some time to yourself. You've not been feeling very satisfied. You're tired of being in your head about things. So you may have been taking some wellness days, some days to yourself. You may not have been big in communicating with people. You may have found yourself kind of shutting down. And for some of you, you may even have been bedridden. And so this could just be, I'm in a funk when you get all these cards together. I'm in a funk. I've been in a funk. Out of the blue, though, there's going to be some things that come about that you may feel hopeful for. You may feel like, oh, it's going to be, things have a good chance of turning around for the better. But quickly do you realize, no, I'm going to have to, it's going to take a lot more from me to get to this place. So, I kind of almost feel like I'm in a twilight zone with this reading, Aquarius, because I'm not able to get down to the crux of the situation. It's all of this gray. It's a lot of gray. And there's no real black, white bite, if that makes sense. So there's definitely going to be like, you're not out of the woods, put it that way, and whatever this is. And there's definitely going to be more that you have to endure, more that you're going to have to deal with. And I feel like some of you, just like I was telling another sign, you may feel like you have to really protect yourself. And it may be from people that you kind of know or familiar with. And you may realize that you can't take things for granted. On another note, for some of you, traveling could really be a pain in the ass. And you may have to alternate travel out of the blue, go from plane to car to plane, something where it's like, well, I wasn't even planning on doing this, and now you have to do it because there's some unforeseen things that may not sit so well with you, and you now have to make a shift. I do see that whatever there has been issue that have made you retreat, you're going to get clarity. You're going to get a better understanding. So you will start to come around and see things in a more healthier way. Okay, it's going to take some time, but you will start to get that understanding or start to understand a person more. Some of you are going to start to understand yourself more and discover yourself more and see and realize who you are more as a person. And you start to realize that, I don't want to be defined by A, B, and C. I now want to explore and really, in search of myself. So you're kind of like on this new wave, I feel, of exploration for Aquarius. Other people who may not understand it, excuse me, sorry guys. Other people who may not understand it, may not like it, to hell with them. You know how you guys, you know how Aquariuses are. It's like, gotta live and let live. Let's look at work. Okay. You may feel like this workplace is a place that is getting more and more toxic. I think a lot of you Aquarius, especially if you've been someplace for quite some time, you may feel like a change is necessary. It is due. You've got to make a change. Some of you are kicking and screaming, not wanting to make a change, and a change is going to be made whether you like it or not. And for some of you, you're going to kind of invite that change, because probably by September, October, September time, you may find yourself looking into things, maybe stumbling upon a course or learning something that you really like. And that is going to be its weight in gold, because whatever this new thing is that you can look into, you'll find yourself feeling like that's a great way to kind of drown out the white noise around you, because you have a lot of shit around you that you're not really trying to give into, but it's still very much there. There could also be you finding out some things. So if you're wanting to learn something or find out something, now is the time, because you're going to find out about it. You may not be so happy of what you find out down the line, because for some of you at this workplace, this definitely speaks to probably having to learn more, having to you're asking about something, you're inquiring about something, or people are expecting more of you than what you're willing to give, what you can take. And some of you may feel like, damn, they're laying more people off. They're letting the people go that I like, that I know. So more people that you know or familiar with could be leaving. Some of you are just dealing with some personal stuff, and now you have to, deal with it at work too. There's going to be a great opportunity, at least for some of you, to learn something, take a course, a class, something like that. Aquarius, single ladies in love. How you showing up? Very well. Like, you could be all things to everyone. You could be a lot to everyone. You could be someone's best friend, lover, caregiver, everything. You'll welcome a baby. It's like, whatever you need me to be, I'll be that. Okay, fine. You just kind of like going with the flow, taking it one step at a time. So Aquarius single ladies, what's coming up in your love life? I see trip, I see travel. Some of you are bedridden. I don't know why, or not feeling well. Like you're sick, you're not feeling so good. You may need a beat, and this is always in your private time. When you're out in public with people, you may function very well, and they may not be the wiser. But quietly and in your private time, there's a lot of downtime to reflect and think, and you may not be so happy of what the thoughts that go through your head. But I do see a trip or a travel could come up. If you're into any dating apps and that sort of thing, it'll pick up really quickly. And next you know, you're going on this date and that date, and meeting this person here, text messages constantly, that sort of thing. So a lot of things can start picking up, but you may not be, ladies, really able 100% to give it your all, simply because you may have your mind thinking of other things. And also, I feel deep down inside that you may find yourself your mind is occupied elsewhere, that sort of thing. But if you do step out, there's a lot going on out there. Aquarius single men, how are you showing up in love? Footloose, fancy free, out there wanting to have a good time with whomever is with it and is there to give you a good time. You don't want anything too heavy. You're trying to get in and out. If somebody wants a commitment, they're going to have to hold on. They may be holding so long that they have to counsel themselves to hang up the phone, put down the laptop. Don't, get off that app. That's what's coming up here. What's coming up your love, Aquarius single men? You may be cutting past people off left and right, like you're just not feeling it. Or you may come back into someone's life and, they're not feeling you. It's that type of thing. You're fine. You're like, I'm okay, I'm single, I'm good. But deep down inside, there's a part of you that kind of wants to reignite something with someone or come back around to someone, but you're blocked from them, or you're just waiting around to see if they're going to reach out, is what it looks like to me. I do see new love coming your way, or some type of new gesture with someone where things really, it may happen real quick, or it may be very obvious that you really like this person, you're really into them. You can have a couple of people that you're juggling easy. You have a couple of people that you could be juggling quite easily and having a good time with it. It may get a little sticky around September time or the holiday season, but for now, you may be really enjoying yourself. Men, couples, there's couples. I see a lot of sex and enjoying yourself. I feel like for some of you couples, somebody has a good strong, well, it's funny because I feel like you both have control of each other, but in different ways. This man may have this woman pussy whipped, or not pussy whipped, the other way. Penis whipped. So this person, he may have her whipped sexually, put it that way, but she has him under control mentally. It's just something about her, that the way that she handles him and she is with him, it makes him feel more manly, more strong, more confident, and she has also the power to threaten that as well, just as sly as she does give him that sense of those things I just mentioned. So this is a very intense relationship. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus heavy, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo. I see that very strongly. But I feel like someone is getting ready to teach the other person a lesson somewhere down the line of how to handle me, what we're going to do, or this is who I am and you're about to find out, right? So how to handle me. Respect me, respect the fact that I'm an individual. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get married. We will. We're going to live together. We will. We're going to ... This is going to happen. Or I'm my own person. And that's more of someone is going to teach that person better. They could tell them that I'm my own person. You can't control me. You will not control me. And what I need to do supersedes this, and I'm going to do it whether you like it or not. So there's a sense of someone having to kind of put their foot down. I also see for some of you moving toward a deeper commitment together. But this is a relationship that's very independent. Two people who are very much independent people. I do feel one of you are way more codependent than the other person, but they probably try to do a good job at hiding it, where the other person is extremely independent. And yeah, it's kind of like you have to the other person will have to acquiesce to them rather than vice versa. That's what I have for air signs. Do check out the other elements, fire and water and earth. Otherwise, check me back on the next one. Take care, guys.